One family in our area has been fighting to get their loved one transferred out of a standalone emergency room and into an actual hospital. That man is fighting for his life, battling COVID and on a ventilator all week. Our Keith Garvin continues our live team coverage from Kingwood tonight. Keith, we understand that the family got some welcome news today.
Oh, they did, Dominique. That Kingwood man had been treated at this emergency hospital here in Kingwood for more than a week before he was flown out of state to get the long-term care that he needed. This family's story is an example of just how stretched our medical facilities are due to this current wave of COVID.
No one saw this coming at all.
Tammy Smith and her family in Kingwood are in the midst of a whirlwind due to COVID, which has culminated with her husband Craig being flown out of state nearly 1,500 miles away to treat his sickness, diagnosed as COVID pneumonia.
Really hard. We do have family there. Miracles have happened to get him to where he is going.
The 45-year-old was diagnosed with COVID 2 weeks ago. Tammy Smith says her husband was receiving very good care at Kingwood Emergency Hospital, but his condition deteriorated rapidly and he needed long-term care. The calls to other hospitals across the Houston area, as well as facilities in at least 7 other states and Washington, D.C., yielded no results due to a combination of issues.
We're in this position where whether I was hearing that there were beds but no nurses to care for them, whether beds were just gone and, you couldn't get to them.
To add stress to their ordeal, Tammy Smith hasn't been able to speak to her husband since Sunday, the day before he was intubated and placed on a respirator. She says what may have benefited her family the most in their situation is having better guidance from the medical community on how to walk through the process before conditions get dire.
I hate that any other family is in that situation where they're having to feel desperate at the moment that it's gotten too bad because they couldn't get help before.
And to make matters even worse, Tammy Smith and 2 of her children also have been diagnosed with COVID. However, their symptoms have been mild compared to their father's. The family had been discussing whether or not to get vaccinated before they were diagnosed. Reporting live from Kingwood, Keith Garvin, KPRC 2 News.
Thank you, Keith.